Let's take a look at some more conversions. And just to refresh your memory, we had this on a table before, and we'll have to use it again a little bit. Now, approximate equivalents means that they've rounded them so that they're nice. You know, like 1 grain is equal to 60 milligrams. 1 pint is equal to 500 milliliters. It's not like 500.28 milliliters, for example. So they're not exact. Now some are exact, and that's what you'll find some over here, like 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. That's exact. I couldn't tell you which ones of these are exact, which ones of them are approximates, but over here we have some more approximate conversions. 1 fluid ounce is 8 grams. 60 milligrams is 1 grain. Remember the Roman numerals for certain units. And down here are some more approximate equivalents. I'm not going to go through all those. We probably will when we get to the conversions here, but let's see. Let's take a look at our first one. And I got 1/10 of a grain is equal to blank milligrams. Now we're going to use dimensional analysis for this. So I got the 1/10 of grain. I put over 1, put in fraction form. Now if grains is up here, grains has to be down here. Now I'm looking for, hopefully, some kind of tie between grains and milligrams. And actually I got this over in a separate spreadsheet. Here's one. 60 milligrams is 1 grain. Now I'm going to put 1 here instead of the I, and then 60 milligrams up here. Now the grains cancel there, and we got 1/10 times 60. And we're left with milligrams, which gives us 60 over 10 milligrams, which gives us 6 milligrams. Let's look at our second problem. Got 85.2 grams equals however many grains. Grams and grains. Here's grains in milligrams. Grams and grains. I don't think there is anything. But we can easily convert this to milligrams. So remember, our King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk, Mom. And we're here at grains, and we want to change it to milligrams, which is right here. So we move our decimal point 1, 2, 3 places to the right. So I got 85.2 here. 3 places to the right. There's 1, 2, 3. So this is a new location of our decimal, and I had to put zeros here for these missing digits. So I got 85,200 milligrams, and we're going to look at this conversion. Well, that one will work out good because you see we have 60 milligrams is 1 grain. So we'll put 85,200 milligrams over 1 times. If milligrams is up there, milligrams has to be down here. And we'd like to find some kind of connection between grains. And we just said 60 milligrams is equal to 1 grain. Well, the milligrams cancel there. And I got 85... I don't know where that came from. 85,200 over 60 and grains. Now I'm going to put this in different, if our answers aren't exact, I'm going to put it in fraction form. I'll also put it in decimal form for all of these problems. On some of the homework, you may be asked to put it in decimal form when in actuality, fractions is more appropriate. See how it says grains will be in whole numbers and or fractions, not decimals. But unfortunately, some of the restrictions of the LMS we're currently on prevent me from allowing me to enter it in fraction form. So bear with me. Now here, the zeros will cancel. Both top and bottom are divisible by 10. So we got 8,520 over 6. And I'm not sure if the top part's divisible by 6. Let me plug in my calculator and see. 8,520 divided by 6. It does go into it evenly. I lie. That's 1,420 grains. And that would be our answer. I'm shocked that comes up as nice as it did. So I made that number up. The odds of me making it up and it come out like that are probably pretty slim. Let's look at our third example. I got lots of these examples. 113.5 milligrams. And we want to change that to grains. Well, dimensional analysis. I put 113.5 milligrams over 1 times, and if milligrams is up there, then milligrams has to be down here. And we already said there's a tie between those. 60 milligrams right here is 1 grain. I should put the Roman numeral, but I'm going to put the 1 just to make it a little simpler. Those cancel. And I got 113.5 over 60 grains. Well, top and bottom are both divisible by 5. I do know that. 113.5 divided by 5 gives me 22.7. And 60 divided by 5, I think, is 12. Let's see. 12. I don't think that simplifies any more. Now, I'm going to show you this little trick. There won't be anything this hard in homework or anything, but basically, if you want to leave it in fraction form like this, you can't have decimals inside of the fraction. So we can multiply the top and bottom by 10. So this would become 227 over 120. When you multiply this by 10, you get 227. Multiply this by 10, you get 120. And that's fraction form. And again, you know, the note over there said this is what they're looking for. But I'm going to put it in decimal also. So if I plug that in my calculator, and I've already done this, then we get 1.89. I'll take it to 2 decimal places. Now, I wish our software allowed you to enter it in this form. And who knows, by the time next year we may be going to a different software package and it'll allow us to enter this in. But if I'll have both there just in case. If you read the directions, it should guide you which form to put the answer in. Let's look at number 4. Fluid ounces, 2. Equals blank teaspoons. Okay, so we're looking for some kind of tie between fluid ounces and teaspoons. Now here's a fluid ounce and tablespoon. That'd give us closer. And here's 1 tablespoon is equal to 3 teaspoons. So that'll work. I can use that. Well, dimensional analysis. I put my fluid ounces up here. Put it over 1. The next fraction. Fluid ounces has to be down here. If it's up here, it has to be down there. And we said that, what did we say? There it is. 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. So 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. Now if tablespoons is up here, then tablespoons has to be down here. And we also said that 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. I think T is tablespoons, TBL, something like that. 3 teaspoons. Not very good with abbreviations. So fluid ounces here cancels fluid ounces there. Tablespoons here cancels tablespoons here. If I multiply the top parts together, 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12. And that gives us 12 teaspoons. 1 times 1 times 1 downstairs drops away. Let's look at our 5th example. 30 milliliters is equal to fluid ounces. Okay, so some kind of tie between milliliters and fluid ounces. Milliliters and fluid ounces. Here it is. 1 fluid ounce is 30 milliliters. Well, that's pretty easy. This already is 30 milliliters, isn't it? So this would be 1 fluid ounce. Now some of these I would write down the symbol that goes along with it, but I don't think I actually could. If you look up here, the symbols go as fluid ounce, that bizarre looking thing, and fluid gram is this, minimum, how do we say that word? And grains is a lot easier, so grains I can abbreviate. Let's see, we got 5 tablespoons. Is equal to blank milliliters. Okay, so we got 5 tablespoons. That's what we're starting with, so it goes over 1. And no matter what, if tablespoons is up there, you have to have tablespoons down here. So let's go see if we can find some kind of tie between tablespoons and milliliters. Tablespoons, 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 fluid ounces. Tablespoons, I don't see anything. Tablespoons, teaspoons. Here's 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. Wait a minute, I'm changing milliliters. Tablespoons and milliliters. Tablespoons and milliliters. And tablespoons and milliliters. Well, 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters, so maybe I ought to go with that. Okay, so remember, 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. So I can change this. 3 teaspoons, 1 tablespoon. Again, tablespoons up here, tablespoons has to be down there. Now if teaspoons is up there, then teaspoons has to be here. And we said that teaspoon. 1 teaspoon is equal to 5 milliliters. So 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. Okay, so tablespoons here cancels with this tablespoons. Teaspoons here cancels with this teaspoons. Again, one's on top, one's on the bottom. You can cancel them. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, times 3 is 75. So we got 75 milliliters. 1 times 1 times 1 drops way down below. Let me save this. There we go. And let's look at our next problem. Okay, so we got 15 teaspoons is equal to blank milliliters. Pretty sure I saw somewhere there was teaspoons and milliliters. Here it is. 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. Okay, so I'll put 15 teaspoons on top, put over 1. Dimensional analysis is if that's teaspoons, this has to be teaspoons. And we said 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters, so 1 teaspoon, and we put milliliters up here. Teaspoons will cancel. 15 times 5 is 75. So 75 milliliters is our answer. Well, number 8. Got 18 teaspoons equals blank. Oops. Fluid ounces goes first. And I'll abbreviate that a little bit. Probably not right, but we'll go with it. I'm definitely not an expert on these. I'm just mainly showing you dimensional analysis. Okay, so I'm trying to find some kind of tie between teaspoons and fluid ounces. Teaspoons, fluid ounces. Okay, fluid ounces to tablespoons, and I know I can tie tablespoons to teaspoons, so that might work. I don't see anything else that'd work. Well, let's go with that. Okay, so if that's teaspoons up here, then this has to be teaspoons down here. And I think we said 3 teaspoons is into 1 tablespoon. Again, dimensional analysis says if that's tablespoons there, then this has to be tablespoons down here. And what do we say? 2 tablespoons is 1 fluid ounce. So 2 tablespoons is 1 fluid ounce. Okay, so this teaspoons cancels that teaspoons. This tablespoon cancels that tablespoon. Multiply across the top, we got 18 times 1 times 1, which gives us 18 fluid ounces. The bottom, 1 times 3 is 3, times 2 is 6. So then that gives us 3 fluid ounces. Yeah, let's look at the next one. 20 cc's is equal to how many fluid ounces? Well, remember, cc is the same as milliliters. And I'm guessing that's what we'll have to put it in. So this will be 20 milliliters. And I'm looking some kind of tie between milliliters and fluid ounces. Milliliters and fluid ounces. 30 milliliters is 1 fluid ounce. So if this is milliliters here, then this is milliliters here, and my fluid ounces will be up here. And 30 milliliters is 1 fluid ounce. So 30 here, 1 fluid ounce there. Well, the milliliters cancel there. And we got 20 over 30 left. Fluid ounces. And first thing I'll do is put in fraction form. I can divide top and bottom by 10, so that gives us 2/3. And now I'll put it into decimal. 2 divided by 3 gives us, and I'll take it 2 decimal places, 0.67. Let's look at our next problem. 30 milliliters equals blank teaspoons. Dimensional analysis says we have to put 30 milliliters over 1. No matter what, milliliters is up here, milliliters has to be down here. Now let's go see if we can find some kind of tie between milliliters and teaspoons. I think I had one here. 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. I can use that. So 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. So milliliters will cancel here. And we got 30 times 1, 1 times 5 teaspoons. And 30 divided by 5 gives us 6 teaspoons. And let's look at number 11. 5 1/2 quarts equals blank milliliters. Alright, let's go see if we find some kind of tie between quart. Well, without a doubt. And I'm going to put this in decimal form. 5 1/2 is like 5.5 quarts. Without a doubt, dimensional analysis says you put that over 1. If that's quarts, then we have to put quarts down here. And let's see if we can find some kind of tie between quarts and milliliters. Milliliters. 1 quart is 1,000 milliliters. There's a tie. So 1 quart is 1,000 milliliters. These quarts will cancel. And we got 5.5 times 1,000. That would be 5,500 if I plug in my calculator. Milliliters. Let me grab a drink and then we'll work this next problem. Okay. So we got 2 teaspoons equals blank cc's. Probably not going to be able to get it to cc's, but remember cc's is the same as milliliters. So that's what we're going to look for. 2 teaspoons, put over 1. Dimensional analysis says teaspoons up there, teaspoons down here. Well, let's go find some kind of tie between teaspoons and milliliters. I think it's 15 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. I lie. 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. I have no memory. So now these teaspoons will cancel. 2 times 5 is 10. And we get 10 milliliters, or that's the same as 10 cc's. Number 13. 3 1/4 cup equals blank milliliters. Well, the 3 1/4 cup, that's 3.25 cups. If I put 1 divided by 4 in my calculator, that's what I'd get. And I put that over 1. And if that's cups, this has to be cups here. And let's go find some kind of tie between cups and milliliters. Now I think, remember, this one was kind of vague. There it is. 1 cup is equal to 240 to 250 milliliters, which implies it's an approximate. You know, each cup is maybe a little bit differently. I'm going to use, I don't know, 250, I guess. So 1 cup is 250 milliliters. Those cups cancel. And let me plug that in my calculator, see what I get. 3.25 times 250. And we get 812.5 milliliters. Now 0.5, that'd be a half, so I could write in fraction form as 812.5 milliliters. Let's look at number 14. 4 liters equals fluid ounces. Probably won't be able to tie liters to fluid ounces. We'll probably have to change it to milliliters, but let's go look. Fluid ounces to milliliters. Oh, 1 liter is 1 quart. That doesn't help me. Okay, I don't see anything to help me. I don't think there's anything over here. Liters to fluid ounces. Don't see anything. Doesn't mean there isn't, I just don't see it. Well, let's convert it to milliliters. King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk, Mom. Liters is our unit, and we want to change it to milliliters, which is right here. So we'll move it 1, 2, 3. So move our decimal 3 places to the right, and if I were to put one here, it's right here. So this becomes 4,000 milliliters. Okay, now let's go find, and again, that's milliliters up here, that's milliliters down here. Let's go find some kind of tie between milliliters and fluid ounces. Well, 30 milliliters is 1 fluid ounce. So 30 milliliters is 1 fluid ounce. Okay, so the milliliters cancel there. 4,000 divided by 30. And I meant to put the fluid ounces first, but oh well. Multiplies by 10, so it gives me 400 over 3 fluid ounces. And that's actually simplified form. Now if I were to put that in decimal, at a 400 divided by 3, I guess you could put it in mixed number form, but that would give me fluid ounces 133.33. And let me save this. And let's look at our next problem. Six tablespoons. What is that? TBL? Let's say TBL. So I'm getting tired of writing tablespoons out. Fluid ounces. Okay. So we start out with 6 tablespoons. Put it over 1. If that's tablespoons up there, this will be tablespoons down here. And let's find some kind of tie between tablespoons and fluid ounces if we can. 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. So 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. These tablespoons cancel. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3. So we end up with 3 fluid ounces. Number 16, we got 8 milliliters equals blank drops. So dimensional analysis, I put 8 milliliters on top of a fraction. Milliliters up there, we have to have milliliters down here. And let's go see if we can find some kind of connection between milliliters and drops. 1 teaspoon is 60 drops. Drops. I don't see any of the drops. Drops. Well, that's my only one. 1 teaspoon is 60 drops. So 60 drops can be put into terms of teaspoons. So I want to see if I can tie milliliters to teaspoons. Go about it indirectly. And I think I had that over here, didn't I? 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. Okay, so 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. And again, dimensional analysis, you got teaspoon here, you put teaspoon here. And we said there's 60 drops in 1 teaspoon. So 1 teaspoon and 60 drops. Now milliliters here, they cancel. Teaspoons here, they cancel. 8 times 60 is 480 over 5 drops. And let me see what that gives me. 480 divided by 5. 96 drops. Let's look at the next problem. Got 90 milliliters. To me, these are kind of fun. Just looking them up in the table and find some kind of connection between them. 90 milliliters equals blank tablespoons. Well, if a milliliters is up there, then milliliters down here. And milliliters of tablespoons. Tablespoons of fluid ounces. tablespoons to milliliters. Tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is 1 fluid ounce. 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. Okay. Now it looks like I'm going to have to tie it to teaspoons. And so milliliters to teaspoons. We got 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon. So 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon. Teaspoons is up here. Teaspoons has to be down here. And I think it's 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. What did I do? TBS. It's a TV station. Milliliters, teaspoons. 90 times 1 times 1 is 90. 1 times 5 times 3 is 15. Assuming that's an appropriate abbreviation of that. Not that it matters for what we're doing. I get 6 tablespoons. Number 18. 10.5 teaspoons. So 10.5 teaspoons equals blank cc's. Well, cc's, remember, the same as milliliters. So that's the best way to go with that. Now I'm going to change the 1/2 to 0.5. So we've got 10.5 teaspoons over 1 times, if that's teaspoons up there, this is teaspoons here. And what was it? 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon, or something like that. 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon. Yep, 1 teaspoon and 5 milliliters. So the teaspoons cancel there. 10.5 times 5. Plug that in my calculator. 10.5 times 5. 52.5. So 52.5 milliliters, which milliliter is the same as cc. So 52.5 cc's. And let's look at our next problem. So fluid ounces, 18 equals blank milliliters. Okay, so we've got fluid ounces 18 here. We'll put over 1. If that's fluid ounces up there, we have to have fluid ounces down here. Hopefully there's some kind of tie between fluid ounces and milliliters. Let's go look. Fluid ounces, milliliters, here's one. 30 milliliters is 1 fluid ounce. So fluid ounces cancels there, fluid ounces cancels there. 18 times 30, what's that? 18 times 30, 540 milliliters. The beauty of dimensional analysis is I do not have to think, do I need to multiply it by 3 or divide by 3 or what is the conversion factor? You just set it up in fraction form and it handles itself. That's the beauty of it. Let me pick a very simple example. To go from feet to yards. Well, if we got 6 feet, for example, you'd have to divide by 3. But you have to think, do I divide by 3 or do I multiply by 3? With dimensional analysis, you don't have to think. If I got 6 feet, put that over 1, and if feet goes up there, feet has to go down here, and we know the 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. So you just have to know this tie here. Then you don't have to think, do I divide by 3, do I multiply by 3? Handles itself. It's wonderful how it works. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so that would give us 2 yards. Of course, the big part, if you go into nursing, is memorizing all these all these conversions. I don't have to worry about it because I'm not going into nursing, but which is probably good because I don't have a fantastic memory for this. Okay, liters to quarts. So let's find. Oh, here it is. 1 quart is 1 liter. That's easy. So this would give us 5.2 quarts. So 1 quart is equal to 1 liter. And let's look at our next example. That one is too easy. 55 cc's is equal to blank teaspoons. Probably no tie between cc's, but remember cc's is the same as milliliters. So I'm going to use milliliters. I'm not sure if there's one formula that has cc's in it in our table. And if milliliters is up here, milliliters has to be down here. Now, I think it's 5 milliliters, 1 teaspoon, but let me go see. 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. So 5 milliliters is 1 teaspoon. Milliliters cancel. 55 divided by 5 gives us 11. So our answer is 11 teaspoons. Let me save that. And then we'll go on to the next problem. Uh, 6 kilograms is equal to however many pounds. Okay, so dimensional analysis, 6 kilograms goes here over 1. We have kilograms there, then we put kilograms down here. Kilograms to pounds. Here's one. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. Kilograms cancel. 6 times 2.2 gives me 13.2 pounds. Let's look at our next example. 30.5 pounds. Well, I'm going to use 30.5 pounds. Equals blank kilograms. So going the other way. Again, I do not have to think, do I multiply by 2.2? Do I divide by 2.2? It handles itself. So 30.5 pounds, put over 1. Pounds is there, then pounds has to be here. And we already said there's a tie between pounds and kilograms. 2.2 pounds is equal to 1 kilogram. And those pounds cancel. 30.5 divided by 2.2. Now I'm going to round it, what am I going to round it to? 2 decimal places, I guess. 13.86 kilograms. And our next problem, 7.5 cups. So again, I'm going to go with 7.5 cups is equal to fluid ounces. So I'll start out with cups. Cups is up there. Cups has to be down here. I don't think we got to make cups, so there's probably not a whole lot of choice. I don't see. Here's 2 cups is 1 pint. I could use that. I'd change it to pints. Pints and fluid ounces. 1 pint is equal to 16 fluid ounces. Sure enough, I could use that. Where's my first one? 2 cups is 1 pint. So 2 cups is 1 pint. Pints here. Pints here. 1 pint is equal to 16 fluid ounces. So 1 pint is equal to 16 fluid ounces. So let's see what cancels. Cups, cups, pint, pint. Multiplying across, we have 7.5 times 1 times 16. 7.5 times 16. Got 120. The bottom we got 1 times 2 times 1 gives us 2. That's fluid ounces. And 120 divided by 2 gives us 60. So we'd have 60 fluid ounces. Okay, number 25. Got 300 milliliters. blank pints. Okay, so we start off with 300 milliliters, put over 1. Milliliters is there, milliliters is here. Let's see if there's some kind of tie between milliliters and pints. 500 milliliters is 1 pint. So 500 milliliters is 1 pint. Well, the milliliters cancel. And we got 300 over 500 pints. We could reduce that. Top and bottom both of this by 100. You can also just cross zeros off at the end. So that gives us 3/5 pints. Or if I want to put it in decimal form, that gives us 0.6 pints. Okay, number 26. I was a little worried. I made these up and I thought, maybe you ought to work them before you actually create this video. You hate to be in the middle of it and it just, falls flat. You can't work a couple of them because you screwed up typing the numbers in or typing something in wrong. So far, I've been pretty lucky though, so I count my blessings for that. So we're going to fluid ounces to fluid drams. Put that over 1. No matter what, I know fluid ounces has to go down here. Well, let's get some kind of tie between fluid ounces and drams. Here it is. 1 fluid ounce is 8 drams. So 1 fluid ounce, I should have put that first, but oh well, is equal to 8 drams. Well, those fluid ounces cancel. 1/2 times 8 is 4, so we get 4 drams. Number 27. I know this probably seems like endless problems, but I figure at some point you get bored, you can just stop any time. If you need to see more examples, then they're there. Nice part about a video like that is you can just stop it. Okay, so we've got 10 fluid ounces, so we're going to start there. I'll put that over 1. That's fluid ounces. This has to be fluid ounces. And let's see if there's some kind of tie between fluid ounces and tablespoons. 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. So these fluid ounces cancel. 10 times 2 gives us 20 tablespoons. Number 28. Got 10 inches and equals blank centimeters. So we put 10 inches here. We got inches on top there. We got inches down here. Let's see if there's some kind of tie between inches and centimeters. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. Inches cancel. And we got 10. I hate decimals, otherwise I don't need to plug that in. It's 25.4. 25.4 centimeters. And our number 29, we got 80 drams. Fluid ounces. Okay, so we got our fluid drams. 80 over 1. Fluid drams is up there, then fluid drams is down here. So let's go see what we have. One fluid ounce is 8 drams. So 8 drams is 1 fluid ounce. Okay, so those fluid drams cancel there. 80 divided by 8 is 10. So we got 10 fluid ounces. Let me save that. Let's look at our next problem. I can see the end. Okay, 36 teaspoons. Put over 1. Teaspoons is up there, then teaspoons has to be down here. And what are we even converting that to? Fluid ounces. So 36 teaspoons is equal to fluid ounces. Okay, so let's go look at teaspoons to fluid ounces. Teaspoons, fluid ounces. Teaspoon, teaspoon, teaspoon. I don't see any. But I do have fluid ounces to tablespoons, so let's go there. 3 teaspoons are in 1 tablespoon. Tablespoons is up there. Tablespoons has to be here. And we said 1 fluid ounce is in 2 tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons and 1 fluid ounce. Teaspoons cancel, tablespoons cancel. 36 times 1 times 1 is 36. 1 times 3 is 3, times 2 is 6. And 36 divided by 6 gives us 6 fluid ounces. We got fluid ounces, 1/4. And I'll change that to, well, let me put 1/4 here, blank teaspoons. So I got fluid ounces, and I'll change that to 0.25, put over 1. Fluid ounces is there, fluid ounces is here. And I think we just said this, didn't we? We can tie fluid ounces to tablespoons. So 2 tablespoons is 1 fluid ounce. And then we can tie tablespoons. Tablespoons is up here, so tablespoons is down here. And I'll put teaspoons up here. We said 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. Okay. Fluid ounces cancels with fluid ounces. Tablespoons cancels with tablespoons. Got all 1s on the bottom. So up on top we got 6 times 0.25. Oops. 0.25 times 6. 1.5. So we'd have 1.5 teaspoons. 1.5 teaspoons. Okay, number 32. 8 tablespoons is equal to blank milliliters. So 8 tablespoons. Now I know I can tie milliliters to teaspoons. We've used that over and over, but let's see if there's anything tablespoons to milliliters. Tablespoons to milliliters. And again, I may be passing right over them and just don't even see it, but I don't see anything. So let's go ahead and tie this to teaspoons. So 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. Dimensional analysis, teaspoons up here, teaspoons down here. And I think it's 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. So 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. Tablespoons, tablespoons cancel. Teaspoons, teaspoons cancel. We got all 1s downstairs, so those don't count. 8 times 3 is 24 times 5. 24 times 5, 120. So our answer is 120 milliliters. 33. We got 1,200 milliliters equals blank cups. So I got 1,200 milliliters over 1. Milliliters is up there. Milliliters has to be here. And we got something ties milliliters to cups. It's an imprecise one, I think. Yeah, 1 cup is 240 to 250 milliliters. I'll choose 250. So 250 milliliters is equal to 1 cup. Milliliters cancel. Let's see, 1200 divided by 250. 4.8. So 4.8 cups. Assuming I typed that in right on my calculator. I got both lights on in my room. Eyes aren't as good as they used to be. I need more light. I need the power of the sun in my room. Okay, we got 6.5 liters. I think this is an easy one. And ties to quarts. I think 1 liter is 1 quart, isn't it? Let's go look. Yeah, 1 quart is equal to 1 liter. So our answer here would be 6.5 quarts. And that's our last one. So let me save this.